What's up everyone, Bartoli's Hideout Gaming here. So Astro Bot has been voted the 2024 Game of the Year. Do you agree with this choice? Have you played this game? And if not, tell me what's your favorite game that you played this year. It doesn't necessarily have to be a 2024 game, but I want to know what was the game that you had more fun playing.
Feast your eyes on the Turk's latest and greatest, Elena.
Before I tell you the game that I had more fun playing this year, I wanna tell you some honorable mentions that it was this close to be up there as my game of 2024. First, Tomb Raider 1, 2, 3 Remastered. This is a set of 3 action-adventure games that was released back in the 90s and it has been remastered by Aspyr this year. This remaster is very loyal to the original PS1 games, but at the same time innovates the games by improving the graphics and the controls far more than I could expect. 2 DLCs have been added, which make the experience complete. The soundtrack is still one of the best in video game history, and the price is very cheap. So, if you're a fan of old PS1 games, if you're a fan of Tomb Raider, this is a game that it is a must, especially because Tomb Raider 4, 5 and 6 will be released next year.
Don't you think you've seen enough?
Okay, moving on to the second game that was one of the best games I played this year. Trails of Cold Steel 2. This game was released 10 years ago and it's an amazing JRPG with a great story, great combat, fantastic music, and if you're a fan of classic JRPGs, this game is a must. Also, obviously, this is a continuation of Trails of Cold Steel 1, but it was released a year after, so, you know, these 2 games can probably be pieced together and experienced as one game only. So, check it out if you're a fan of JRPGs. Next game. It's a game that it was nearly up there as my favorite of this year, and that game is Silent Hill 2. Silent Hill 2 on the PS5 is a remake of the 2001 PS2 game, but is at the same time an amazing standalone experience that it can be definitely played without the knowledge of the PS2 game. This game has a super emotional and complex story that is very hard to put together in the beginning, but man, by the end of the game, you will understand exactly what happened and it will blow your mind. The gameplay is amazing, the atmosphere is scary, and if you're a fan of Silent Hill games, if you're a fan of psychedelic horror games, this game is a must. So now, let's jump into my favorite game of 2024, and it is without a doubt Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. This game, guys, is a continuation of Final Fantasy VII Remake that was released in 2020, but this game has so much more to offer than that game. Gameplay wise, Final Fantasy VII Remake was only one hub in Midgar. It was already fantastic, but this game is a nasty big open world that you can explore, and sometimes it can be a little bit overwhelming, that kind of game, but this game it's not. There's a lot of side quests, there's a lot of mini games that you can do, and it's been often, you know, criticized by gamers to be a distraction and to be too much, but this is optional. You do if you want, so don't start there, okay? Visually, this game is amazing. The game took the PS4 graphics and maximized the PS5 capabilities, delivering stunning environments and detailed character models. Iconic locations like Gold Saucer and Junon are beautifully realized, adding to the immersive experience. The combat is pretty much the same as the Final Fantasy VII Remake, but it's still innovated and it's still improved in some ways. You can now add synergy commands allowing cooperative abilities between characters without using ATB bars, adding depth and strategy options. The gold star of this game is without a doubt the characters and consequently the story. The characters in this game are loved by the Final Fantasy community. Everyone knows Cloud, everyone loves Aerith, everyone loves Tifa, everyone loves Barret, and these characters' voice actors did an amazing job, which really make you feel whole. If something bad happened to these characters, you kind of feel sad for them, even though you know they're just characters in a video game. It resonates with you. If you care about Final Fantasy a little bit and you love these characters, man, you'll feel emotional playing this game because there's a lot of emotional stuff. Plus, there's also a lot of controversial stuff that continue from the Final Fantasy VII Remake game, which was stuff that the development team changed. Something it was for better, something it was for worse. For me, I loved every second of it. I loved every change of it. I loved the additions they did from the PS1 game. And guys, it's an amazing game that I recommend to everyone. I recommend playing Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 1 first, and then go to this one. But even if you want to start here, I mean, you can still start, but you'll lose a lot of story. But that's it, guys. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth does it for me. I know there's a lot of games that I didn't mention that maybe deserved a place on Game of the Year, but this is my list, this is my choice, and I love it. So let me know your favorite game of 2024. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Follow me on Instagram if you haven't, because I often post stuff there. And I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.